Hello everyone, this is Tim Elizondo here. I thought that I would offer you a little demonstration for this assignment that we have due coming up this particular week. But before we get to my attempt to complete the assignment, I thought that I would just open up with a little bit of guidance as it relates to camera placement and how to create a video when you are submitting assignments online in this particular course. So let's talk about some concerns that we want to have in our mind when we create videos, right? So first of all, let's kind of talk about camera placement and the issues associated with establishing a camera shot when submitting an assignment online. So first of all, if you notice the centering of where I'm centered, right? Kind of I've got some room on either side. You can see kind of at least my waist up. Right, so I've got kind of room to move around, and you can also see, I don't know, I'm going to say about probably like 60% of me. All really important considerations when submitting a particular video because you want the audience to be able to see your nonverbal language, right? See what your hands are doing, kind of see what your posture is doing. So we need to kind of take this into account because sometimes students misinterpret the assignment and they think that they're more creating like a social media post, right? So they might set up the camera here, or sometimes, I don't know, they kind of pick kind of weird angle, like, hi, I'm this, right? And all of that would be, from a technical perspective, to be considered to be incorrect, right? Because you want to be able to kind of set it up, center it, so that it's parallel, right? And that the audience can see kind of you. Fair enough? All right, some other considerations we want to take into account is also lighting. It's also the issues of shadows. A colleague of mine says you want to avoid windows. I've got a window here in the shot, but I kind of think that this is okay because I've got competing light that's lighting my face, so I'm not, kind of cloaked in darkness. All right, so you want to center it. You want to give yourself space. You want to make sure that people can see 60% of you. And you also want to make sure that you're concerned about the lighting and that it's a parallel shot. Okay? All right. And I guess before I begin, I guess I should also preface by saying when I assess the assignments in this particular class, I'm not looking for perfection, right? I'm not looking for an individual to have perfect public speaking posture and use the gestures so mechanically and elegantly. Instead, the way that I grade the assignments is oftentimes I evaluate to see if a student seems prepared. You might say, well, what does that mean? Well, for example, have they set up the camera shot? But in addition, not just the technical aspects of the camera, I also ask myself, how are they interacting with their notes? Because the textbook is going to say you should have notes. Right? Now, this doesn't mean that you're going to be reading your speech word for word as if it's a script. Hello, my name is Tim, and I would like to complete my assignment, and so I am now about to be... But instead, the textbook's going to assert that we use what's known as a speaking outline. It's an outline of words, a few sentences that help guide us and prompt what is pre-prepared. So before I turn on the camera, I practice using my outline. All right, so this says poker. So when I get to poker, I'm going to talk about how I enjoy playing poker at weekly tournaments here at the local casino. And it's almost like if I was a musician, it would be a set list. I went to a concert a few days ago, kind of a small venue, and the guitarist, by their foot, had a list of the songs. So the guitarist knew what was next. Like, all right, Symphony Blue number 4. All right, great. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, they didn't have all the notes and all the words in front of them. They knew the song, but they saw the list that then got to what song they were supposed to perform. Then they're like, oh, okay. Right? It's a similar idea. Comedians use the same kind of approach, right? When they create a set of their jokes, they're like toothpaste joke, what's up with water joke, I don't know, joke about me and my in-laws. Right? And as they move from venue to venue every single night, they might move around those jokes. Right? but then they look at their set list, they're like, okay, now at the toothpaste thing. And then they go into their pre-prepared material, which is the toothpaste joke. Okay? Alrighty, so, alright. So let's get to this particular assignment. How would I address this assignment? Alright, so let's see. I don't know, I'm going to now. Hello, my name is Dr. Timothy Elizondo. I'll be your instructor for this particular course, and welcome to my introductory speech assignment where I have 5 questions I must tackle within, I don't know, let's say 3 particular minutes to help the audience have a better understanding of exactly who I am and what I do when I'm not clicking buttons or, I don't know, pushing levers in cyberspace. So, let's see, let's begin. Well, as far as my major is concerned, I'm not a student anymore, but when I was a student in college, I was a communication major for most of my career. Attended Modesto Junior College, earned an associate's degree in communication studies, then transferred to Arizona State University, go Sun Devils, where I earned a bachelor's degree in communication studies and decided to stick around for 2 more years where I picked up a master's degree in speech communication with an emphasis in rhetoric. After that, went back to Modesto, taught for about a year at the Modesto Junior College, then left to attend a PhD program in Bowling Green, Ohio, where I attended Bowling Green State University, earning a PhD in American Culture Studies. American Culture Studies is kind of a hybrid major discipline that merges together philosophy, sociology, anthropology, gender studies, pop culture, kind of like an interdisciplinary major. But my emphasis more specifically was in gender theory and also what could be considered to be cultural anthropology with an emphasis in popular culture. All right, so that's my major. Let's see, as far as my, favorite kind of hobbies are concerned, I really like playing video games. Actually, just games in general, not just video games. I mean, I do play video games every night for maybe at least half an hour, but mostly it's going to be FIFA 24. I'm also playing Baldur's Gate 3 with my wife. We just got to Baldur's Gate, Act 3. Pretty exciting. Don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. Personally, I want to submit to the tadpoles that are in our brains while my wife wants to get the tadpole out. So we're a little bit conflicted at this particular part of the game. Other games I play would be Hearthstone. I've shared with you poker. I also enjoy playing chess. I also am a competitive speech and debate competitor on the professional circuit. And when I'm not competing in speech and debate, I'm also a coach of a youth-based program in the Bay Area known as Athens Debate. We just captured the national championships. In fact, one of my little 9-year-olds is now a national champion in debate. And if you've ever worked with elementary students who are debaters, it is quite an experience. As far as my favorite TV shows, I'm going to go with Better Call Saul. I think that's the superior show. I'll give you Succession, maybe a couple seasons of Game of Thrones, maybe rank right up there as well, but definitely not House of Dragon. Oh, let's see. As far as issues that I care about, I'd say the issues that I care about would really be I say kind of like labor related. I mean, like obviously housing, I think, is a huge issue. The economy seems to be more of a kind of a front concern of mine than it used to be. And really kind of like any issues that I think students are facing, whether it be like affordable housing, affordable wages, the economy, like jobs. It's really kind of like the future for our next generation. And again, I mean, obviously through climate change. All right. Well, that's me. Just a little bit about me, I guess. So if you have any questions, feel free to send them in Canvas. Feel free to put them in the Q&A cafe. Hope everything's going well. I look forward to seeing your videos, and I will interact with you online. All right?